So, how's it going, everybody? Now, you may notice there may be a slight chance that you have noticed there's been a change of scenery. And that is because I have moved. I'm no longer where I was with the workshop and the basement stuff and the unfinished ceiling and the fucking wrapping paper from who knows when. So I am in a new place now with my lovely woman, and I think it's time to make some more content again. So a while back I said, hey, I want to make videos and whatnot, right? I said, I want to make videos. This is really fun. I've been going through some shit. I still want to. It wasn't a lie. But here's the thing. Life threw a couple of curveballs at me. So things got a little weird. But, you know, putting all that aside, things are different now. You know, curveballs, yes, here, there, everywhere. But I want to try to do what I love in the midst of these curveballs, you know? So, without further ado, let's get on to the video. Now, let me describe what the video is. The video, I'm unpacking. Currently, in my extra room, I'm setting it up as more of a creative room. That's what my woman calls it. And so my airbrush is currently on the ground. Set up, ready to function, but on the ground. So I might show that, I might not. But today we are unpacking all of my paints that I could find, which means that it's all of them because I don't think I'm going to find any more. But today we're unpacking the paints. We're going to go through the whole collection of paints that I've used throughout my projects. I've reviewed some in videos. This isn't going to be a review. It's just going to be going over what the collection is, okay? So without further ado, no more wasting time. Let's open some paint. Okay, so paint pot, extra paint goes in here. I'm gonna leave this up here. I don't want to go throwing that around. I reviewed this, but this is I said Westline so many times, but it is not Westline, it's Westune. It's my Westune paint shaker. It's one of the first reviews I did on the channel. I'll link that down below, but definitely go give it a watch. It's an Amazon paint shaker, what can I say? But it's nice, I like it. It was affordable too. More pipettes. And then said power source for Westune shaker. So also, I hope the audio is like not the worst thing in the world. I've been trying to get better about it by doing acoustic panels and whatnot, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. Okay, so we're just gonna go how this is already set up. So that doesn't really mean there's a whole lot of semblance, okay? So first we have some top coats. We have some top coats. So the first top coats that we have are, there's more, I know there's more. I might have left them where I was. Okay, so these are the top coats I have with me, all right? So I have the clear gloss coat by Alclad, and then the clear coat flat. As you can see, I absolutely love them. I mean, this one's on its like last legs. This one's pretty much there too. But yeah, as you can see, I absolutely love these. Solid, the best airbrush brand for like really high quality paints and stuff. There are some things I will never get anywhere else other than with Alclad. So if anybody tells you like, oh, you know, I think Alclad's overrated, you're probably right, but it's better than the next one that I'm gonna show. These are Hobby Mio's glass glazed and flat matte. When I say they do not hold a goddamn candle to those, I mean it. I mean it. But yeah, they're okay, but considering how much you get with this one versus this one, and then even the price point not being that big of a problem, I recommend this through and through. Super good. It's like super easy learning curve too. Oh, and then one last top coat, very special one actually. This is my Aqua Gloss Clear by Alclad. I believe it's an acrylic based top coat. Gives the best gloss shine you'll ever get. Like I said, Hobby Mio cannot scratch the surface of what Alclad's been packing, okay? All right, so next onto my first set of paints that I ever got. Really great one. You guys already know what it is. Already know. Oh man, one of them spilled. Of course it did. That's fine. I'll deal with that later. But yeah, so this is my G-Paint collection. So G-Paint is a very, very popular, was very hyped for a while, but when I first got into airbrushing, I thought it would be the end-all be-all for airbrush paint, and not only is it not, it kind of complicates things. So I'll give you a brief rundown with one of these, is that these claim that they don't need primer. Paint, primer, whole kit and caboodle right here, okay? Now, anybody who builds models or paints anything will tell you that paint and primer is not equivalent to primer and then paint. So when I first got into this, kind of fell for that, but they do come in really nice bottles with really nice little squeeze and revolving tips. I really like them. I do. I don't really use them as much as I used to though, because I have a lot more brands now. Okay, so let's actually head back to Alclad real quick for a couple of their primers, okay? So this is the black primer microfiller. These are straight up gloss black. And then this is their white. This came to me not thin enough, clogs my airbrush. This is good, but I don't see using it over gloss black when I'm doing metal things. And if I'm not doing metal things, I don't really want to put any primary colors on black. So I don't really use this one that often. But I have this bottle and then that bottle. Because I use it, I use it just that much. So that's another extremely important part of my collection. Okay, so onward to another brand of primer, and then that will cycle to another brand of paint, similar to one of the ones of primer. But here we are. Splash white surface area. Again, as you can see, I love it. Best stuff. It sands really well, goes on really well, dries fast, super strong. Wet sand, dry sand, the whole kit and caboodle. Love this stuff. I gotta get some more, but yeah, this thing's tapped. Now, in substitute for this, just because this is actually a grayish white, not really a white, is this. This is Hobby Mio's Gray Surfacer Evo, number 203. This is really nice too. It doesn't go on nearly as matte or is as strong as Splash here, but damn, is that a good substitute. This is really good stuff. They made this very lackluster top coat, but damn, did they knock it out of the park with the primer. And then, just because I got this one before I stopped needing black, it's the Surface Evo in black. Okay, now moving on to, I just got an extra G-Paint. Moving on to Hobby Mio Complete Brand. Something heavy spilled in here. I don't know what, and I guess I'll just kind of figure that out at another time. But I'm not dying of fumes yet, so I think I'm okay. So for Hobby Mio, it's kind of a mixed bag. It's a very, very mixed bag. But I just started buying colors en masse when I first found out about this brand. So we got glossy white. Haven't really used it. It's nice, but I have a lot of other whites that are not glossy, and that's better. Mecha dark green. So this is the same, pretty much the exact. One's a little lighter, one's a little darker, but this is a very, very, very close color in like real life. It is like the color that always needs to be there. Zaku green, military green. But yeah, that is a good one, but I don't use it often. I'm only using it on one project. Mecha Black, I've been using that a lot for a project I'm gonna make a video about, which actually won my locals. Oh yeah, baby. I won my locals just the other day, just yesterday actually. And I'm gonna make a video about the whole entire experience, the process, the kit that won, the whole thing, and it's gonna be really great. So just keep an eye out for that. Okay, back to the paint. So this one is Cobalt Blue. Used it a little bit, but again, once I got into different brands that had more, let's say, pleasing attributes, I stopped really messing around with Hobby Mio. But their gloss black is the only black that I actually have, so I've been using the hell out of that, and it lays down nice. I'm not gonna say that it's a difficulty to work with, because it's not. But so flaming red, and then last but not least, metal violet. This is what I used on that camphor, and I remember showing that off. And I'll see if I can put the link to the video down below. But yeah, this stuff really nice. Little bit of a learning curve, especially since I was doing it when I was new. But damn, it's a really nice color. Okay, so I'm gonna get this one, and then get the rest of its family. Whoa, that's the thing that exploded. Then get the rest of its family, so I can talk about how amazing they are. So, the next one we're going to be talking about is one that I've wanted to do a video on for a long time. And that is Splash Paint. Now, I mentioned Splash a little earlier when talking about their fantabulous primer. Wow, they did not stop at primers, because all of their stuff is amazing. It's super strong, super vibrant. Honestly, just one of the best paints I've used so far. I use it on most, if not all my projects if I can. There's always a way to sneak a little bit of a splash paint into your project, especially since they have such a full line. They have like over 60 items. Now, I don't want you to get this misconstrued. I'm not sponsored, but holy shit, I wish I was. But okay, I digress. Let's move this all over just a hair more. This is easily the most I have of any one paint. So this is my splash collection, okay? So we're gonna go through this with relative quickness. UNT Gray, amazing color. Again, been using it a lot lately. And we got, ooh, hologram. Now if you see it in the bottom there, it's a real wacky, it looks exactly like that. Like, I'm dead serious. You can see it on the outside of the bottle there. Yeah, it's like a holographic, and it's amazing. I've used it mostly for fun, but I want to use it on like more kits. All right, so then we got the green that again emulates the Zaku green. You gotta have it apparently. These are some of their Evangelion collaboration colors. Eva Purple and Eva Neon Green. Don't use them, ever. Got them because they were cool. That was it. I just don't know what to tell you. Going into the reds, we have what I call the Char collection. We have Char Red, Char Pink, and Sazabi Red. So when I got this, I stopped using this. This, for me, this was somehow a better flaming red. Although the pigment seems to be better in this, this comes out just perfectly every single time. So, but I also have Mecha Red, which again, a little different, but yeah, just shades off, but totally worth it. I'd have every shade of every color if I could. All right, so Mecha White, and then Mecha Yellow, but it just says yellow, but it is part of the Mecha series, much like this one is, and it is number 5, so it is Mecha Yellow. Don't want to hear it, even though I don't feel like you guys would be the ones to do that. Still don't want to hear it. Okay, so dark green, burnt iron. Dark green I haven't been using that much, but the burnt iron I use that for inner frames all the time. More like whimsical colors, I wanted purple and light blue, which I think turned out amazing. Can't see anymore, but this is Xeon Gray, and then Titanium, which I just started using quite habitually, and oh my gosh, it is actually amazing. Gunmetal, which is almost out, and then Aluminum. Again, more inner frame colors, and then honestly, the paint that's been used the most is this. This is their amazing, super beautiful Mecha Blue. I'll put a picture somewhere here. this kit is the one I used this one on. I wanted to use this color. I thought to myself, I don't care what it is, what kit, what project, I'm using this blue. That's exactly what I did, and it turned out amazing. It's one of my most beautiful kits to date, which I think is amazing. Okay, so moving on to definitely the last two. This is SMS. Now again, if you know anything about airbrushing and whatnot and model kits, you don't even have to be into Gundams. I mean, SMS is for, you know, real like model kit builders and stuff. So this brand's pretty amazing. I have a lot of their stuff, but not because I like it. I went on a binge buying color shift paints at one point. You might remember that. There was a ton of, not a ton, but there's a lot of color shift videos, considering you don't ever see color shift things from me. So I suppose the question is, what the fuck is he doing with all that color shift? And the simple answer is nothing. Not a damn thing. I have a lot of color shift, nothing to do with it. But maybe I'll figure something out eventually. All right, I'm here. It's here. Hello. So the SMS collection, like I said, there's gonna be a lot of color shift, but this is that collection. I'm not gonna name them all. I mean, big, bold, beautiful text. Actually don't have a lot of things to say about them either. Tested them, they were nice, don't get me wrong, but practical applications pretty much flew out the window at Mach 7. It's just, you don't really encounter a lot of things that require the color supernova. Although I have thought about doing some, you know, color shift themed kits. It just never, ever trumped another idea that I had. There was always an idea that was okay, but it wasn't good enough to be the idea that I was going to run with. That was this color shift, you know, fiasco. But I digress. They're cool to have. I use them every once in a while, mostly for like little details and stuff. But they are good paints, and when I get some more relevant paints in my SMS line, then I can explain to you a little bit more. We're almost there though. Acid Rain. And the last one, Cosmic Dust. Now, these are fantastic, but what I really like are these, okay? Another thing I wanted to do a video on was the SMS military paints. I mean, I cannot tell you how phenomenal these have reacted. I use this for my Desert Devil goof. I did a video about that, I believe. But these colors, I mean, they have a specific thing that I find cool. So look at that. It has a finish. And this is not like, oh, it says flat, but it's more like a semi-gloss or semi-flat. No. These paints dry flat. So when you see, you can see from across the room that they're just dead flat. And you can see here, and this one was gloss. I did not know that they had this until I bought it, and then I used it, and then I was like, holy crap, this is kind of glossy, but it was all right. I worked it out in the end. All right, and then these were for a special project that has not happened yet because I'm a little chicken, but these are my pinks. All different styles and stuff, but these are for a very specific project. So we're not going to be messing with those or even talking a whole lot about why I have pink, but that is why. It's for a special project. That's all you need to know. Okay. Last brand. Alclad. So, Alclad. Now, I talk about their products, but the thing is, they have a glaring problem. The problem with Alclad is that they don't really deal in normal colors. Like, if you go to their website, or any website that has Alclad, and you put in just blue, you're gonna get transparent, cobalt, candy, blue, you know, hot exhaust, burnt metal blue. You're not gonna get blue, because they don't really do a whole lot of solid colors. They're really good though at metal colors, okay? So let me show you the cream of the crop, and in my opinion, of course. And the main reason why I have any Alclad stuff at all are these three: chrome, copper, pale gold. As you can see, just from the bottles, they're beautiful. I mean, they're mirror, they're absolutely gorgeous, pigment on point. These are the things that made me want to get Alclad. But then I started kind of experimenting with their different products and stuff, and they got some pretty cool things. There are a few things I haven't quite figured out, like their hot metal stuff. I just can't really figure out exactly how I'm supposed to lay it down. But other stuff like this, which is their candy enamels, these bad boys have done some real good work. That is what I used on the chrome aerial, and I actually want to make videos going in depth to my process, just because I think if you guys don't know how to do some of these things, you definitely should. Not because you're required to, just because I think if you like my stuff, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to make it yourself. Alright, on to the last paints that I have. So, these are the ones I was talking about. Shout out Ron's Hobbies and Mundaline. Absolute goats, $6.55. Not sponsored, but I like the owner. They let me shoot photos of my Gundams and their scenery. Oh, excuse me. These are the hot metals. Now please leave in the comments how to use these, because I don't know how. But yeah, these are my last ones. They're clear, I know that, and they have slight color, but I just don't know how to use them. So yeah, if you guys know how, tell me. But yeah, that actually finishes it up. I don't want to mince words or waste time, so I'm just gonna kind of say my piece on this. It's nice to be moved, but this is gonna be quite the process. But yeah, I'm excited to show you guys, what I got going on. Not to mention, if you want to look over there, you'll see same booth, different airbrush, and if you'll see, there's some beauties on top of there. So, for the time being, we are done for the day. I will see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions about any of these paints, or you want to see any videos about them, I have made a few, so always go back and check first on that. But if you don't see the video, leave me a comment down below, and I'll make a video about them. I would love the free ideas. So, love you guys. Thanks for watching. Have fun, builders, and get some sleep. That's all I got for you. Okay, yeah. Get some sleep.